All right. Another thing, I just want to put things back in perspective. Like I said, I'm a, uh, I'm a target individual, and I was put in this program by my old employer. Now, the facade I have here that of perps is just a group of strong feminists, and they even like have these ways of speaking. It's such a fraudulent way to talk that they sound like they're just here to avenge for what I've done in the past. There's this woman I remember when I was in college, went to a party, and there was a little thing happening here. And what you see here is a chat between me and her because they were pretending that they were doing it for her. Now, at that point, I already knew what they were doing to women. Right, you can see me and her having conversation. She's telling me her life is good. She's having, her family, like basically having an interaction with her, the person that they're pretending that they're doing it for. Now, the whatever happened between me and her was a while ago. It was like 11 years ago, and I was like making sure that last time I saw you was about 11 years ago, and whatever, and how's everything, how's life. And mind you, whatever happened between me, I remember like even sending her a message and apologizing, and it seemed like she didn't want to address these things. Okay, and she, it's something that I guess didn't affect her like that. But the sad part is, she obviously, I know she's not involved in this. She might be involved now, but it's not based on what I've done or anything about me and her. But the person who's also involved in my targeting is somebody who was with me at the time, right? The sad part is, as they're trying to play this feminist, this quote unquote friend of mine was also at the time there with me, right? When this thing happened between me and her, and them trying to be like, oh, we're doing it for her. Now, listen, see her. She's living her life, doing her best, living her best life. Look at the women that these people torture. Their life is destroyed, torment completely. It's over. Like they've ruined their life, raped them, do all these horrible things to this woman. So they're trying to now pretend like we're avenging for this woman whose life is. And the saddest part of knowing that these people are so fraudulent, the person who's with me, who didn't even I tried to apologize for being, whatever happened, who was like even like telling her, oh, please don't say anything. I'm married. I don't want my wife to know that. That's what he was saying to her. This man is and was involved in my targeting. He was a friend. And the reason why I was becoming suspicious of something happening is because he was involved in it. And he was like the same way this femme fatale are involved. But now they're like, oh, because obviously I don't have any communication with him anymore. They're like, oh, he's next. Of course he's not next. He's part of this network that you're in. He's part of this group. He's in the known. He's a prep like you now. And they try to come up and now we're gonna get him next. So okay, whatever. I know it's not true. I know I was put in this program by this employer of mine, and these people don't care much about this woman. They torture her easily and destroy her life. But because they use these people who have created a fantasy, a facade, they live into a fantasy. This reality is something they escape. They're at war with reality. Reality is the part of the program that does horrible things to women. Terrible things. They do these horrible things to women. They currently are in programs. They're in a program that torture women. Do terrible things. The reason why I'm in this program is because my employer put me in this program. They do not care a single ounce about this woman. Matter of fact, I think they would prefer if this woman was miserable, was destroyed, and they can be like, oh, we're doing it for this woman. Look at what you've done to her life. That's what they wish was reality, but it's not the case. She's living her best life. You can see that's what she's saying. And as you talk, she say, oh yeah, she remembers me and everything. So you understand her. I never was any factor of anything to her, and I'm sure she knows exactly everything. So I know reality. There was nothing that. I was not even a speck of anything in her mind. I was not I was a nothing. to her. Like basically, I did not impact her life anyways, positive or negative at all. I was just a moment that happened, and that's that. That's that. Now, if this woman comes up, it's like, hey, you know what? You know that? Okay. But these people pretending that they care about this person. No way. Look at her. Look at the women that you guys have tortured. Torturing today. You know, they have created a fantasy that I cannot. I know it's gonna be horrible things happen to me because this company put me in this program. This entity, this company put me in this program, and now this is what it is. They have this facades. They want to create this thing, but no, I'm not gonna let them live that fantasy. You're not doing it for this woman. You don't even care. Matter of fact, my old friend was also involved. He's part of this crew that's doing this thing to me. At least when I was still living in the place where I live, he did his thing. He was doing the same tactics. He's like, oh yeah, no, laughing about my situation, watching me. And they're like, now they try to pretend, oh no, he's next. No, he's not next. He's part of the program. I know what you guys are for real. It's fair because I know what you guys do. You do torture women too. And I'm here because my employer put me here in this program. Now your job is to torture people who is in this program. He's not in this program. Matter of fact, he does what you do. Not full time, but he does what or at least he was doing it to me. And I'm sure he could be doing that to another. He's involved. He's in the know now. He knows this. He's part of it. And you now want to live your fantasy. You're not. You're a bunch of trash who do horrible things to so many innocent women. But you wanted to pretend that you're doing it like you're doing it to avenge. You don't care about this woman. Of course I know that. You don't care like this woman being fried up by you guys. There is a way they've tried to make themselves be something they're not. You think they care about this woman? Target individuals, whatever ways they were trying to make themselves be. To me, I'm like, listen, I can talk to this woman, right? At least this woman. I can talk to her. It's like, how is your life? You okay? You living your... Okay, now go see those testimonies of the women and what they do. This is what they do to women. These people are the trash that do horrible things to women and then try to play this facade of feminism. You're delusional to think that I can let you speak for anybody while you're doing these things to women whose life is destroyed. And then try to sound like they have created a facade. Like you literally talk in certain ways to sound like, oh, we're doing it for, oh yeah, this guy is next. The guy who was involved in my targeting, oh, he's next. No, he's not. Just like you're not next. Just like you're not next, he's not next. You guys are trash who do horrible things to women. Nasty low lives, and then try to pretend like you care about this. No, please do not mention her name, because I know what will happen if she was put in this program. And this friend that he's next. Oh, please, just like I said, you're not next. He's not next. You guys are both perps. So stop trying to delude yourself. I know he's living. As a matter of fact, I think his life is even got better.